Hey everybody, it's me again, Lynn Renee McDonald for Practical Spirituality Live. Today what I want to talk to you about is being authentic, meaning coming from a place of love when you speak to people, okay? These are very, very, very trying times. Uh, and so you're going to be running into lots of roadblocks, lots of ways of wondering how to answer people's questions and what to say and when to say and how to say what to say. All right. So it's not just going to be about, what to say, when to say. It's also going to be about knowing what to say and when not to say a fucking thing. Okay. Because Spirit is telling me during these times and for the next, especially 2 to 3 months till the summer solstice. This energy right now, especially with this Aries energy, it is on fire. So everybody is kind of really being pushed forward with the 2019 year. Aries energy is about do. So it's about moving forward. And in this do space, you don't want to, what is it they say, cut off your nose to spite your face kind of thing. Or, is that's one of the traits that Aries energy can do. And this is Aries, again, this is Aries moon time, Aries season. Okay. In the astrological calendar year. Okay. Okay, that said, I'm just getting my sage on as always. All right. Can't get enough of the energy to get off of you today because things are so intense, as we talked about in these last few videos. Because things are so intense, how you speak, what you say to people, knowing how to say what, when, how, when not to speak, how to say it, and always coming from love is super, super, super important. Okay. So Spirit is guiding me to talk to you about this today because with this energy and all the stuff that is happening, it's like boom, 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 boom. All the stuff is going on, one thing after another after another. If you haven't noticed it, I know people who are having lots of accidents in their life, car accidents, problems, issues, one thing after the other after the other. That's that Aries energy. Boom, 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 boom. You deal with this, deal with that, deal with this, deal with that, as well as not just the stuff that you have to clear in difficult situations and problems and issues and with communication with people in your lives, but it's like boom, it's stockpiling on you, just like this 2019 year energy. And then on top of that, you have that Aries, and it's like hitting people hard. So it's going to be one thing you have to deal with after another, both in positive ways and unwell ways. So when you speak to people and what is going on, always bring it to source. And the reason for this is so that you have the best way to handle it. As we talked the other day about transformation, huge transformation right now, the best way to handle things is to bring it to source, okay? And to know, all right, how to talk to people, what to say, when to say, and what Spirit is telling me is interesting enough. With this Aries energy that is here right now for everybody, it's important that you know that this energy is forcing everybody forward with the 2019 energy like we talked about and all this transformation. It's pushing everybody forward. Even the ones that are digging their heels in and putting their heads in the sand, crazy shit is happening. So they're forced to deal with their shit. Aries is a do energy. You must deal with your stuff. So one of the keys is if you see somebody in your life for the next, especially during this Aries time and then over the next 2 to 3 months, if you see somebody in your life or having dealings with somebody in your life and you know they're not dealing with their shit, let it go and bring it to source always, okay? But Spirit wants me to tell you, remember to be guided by source, but they want me to also bring up that in this Aries hot active energy, okay, because Aries is a do, and there's so much unwellness is going on right now in the world today, and this Aries energy is forcing people to get that shit out of them, all right? So it is super, super, super important many times. Like when I'm talking to Spirit, they're telling me to let it go. People will dig their own graves during this time period. So in the next quarter of this new year, starting with this Aries energy, especially hot and heavy for the month of April into May, or towards the end of April, and March into all of April. I think it's to about the 20th, 21st. Okay, and even the residual of that, because it's super intense this year, super intense. It's like times anywhere from 3 to 10 and beyond, depending on how much crap crap you have to deal with, how much you're not dealing with, because when you don't deal with your stuff, universe, guided by your soul, hits you in the back of the head with a 2x4, and each time you don't get it, when you notice things that are unwell in your reality or you don't deal with it, your universe hits you even harder, okay? In other words, puts more turmoil, more garbage, more stuff for you to deal with because you're not dealing with it, you're not seeing it, you're not getting it. So we have a lot of that going on right now with this Aries energy. People are not getting it, okay? Not getting it across the board, all right? Now, why is this super important? Because what Spirit is telling me is if you're dealing with these people, they can't hear you, they're not listening, they're not fucking getting it, they're being difficult, ask Spirit, bring it to Spirit, always like I say, because each case is always individual. But Spirit is telling me in Earth world, across the board, these people who are being really, really difficult, having all these issues, will dig their own graves, especially if they're not working with Spirit. And it isn't meant to be in a bad way. It's you reap what you sow. Okay. So the best thing for us who are having to deal with these people, these issues, these things that are coming in that are really tough and rough, and we don't know how to deal with them. All right. Many times the answer is to not address it at all, is what Spirit is telling me. Not meaning not address it at all with them. Always bring it to source, which is God. Okay. The reason for this is so you always get the best answer for you and everybody from love. And you can be guided from that and do from that place with you. But what they're telling me, they meaning Spirit, love, energy, God, okay, what they are telling me is that you by doing this, all right, but you'll get the best answer from God or source or love, but also across the board in this earth energy right now, with all these times where Spirit is raising the vibration of planet and all this transformation, this crazy 2019 wild ass power energy, all the things that are going on that I keep talking about in different variations, different aspects, different ways in my last 2 or 3 videos, okay? What is happening here is Spirit is saying there's a collective energy across the board with people who are not dealing with their shit. And so their Spirit is saying there's nothing you need to do. All because you can address shit with people all the time doesn't mean you don't have to. It's about where you want to put your energy. So let these people bury themselves, because the truth will come out. What you need to do will come out. Things will resolve themselves naturally according to the space of love, energy, where people are in the highest vibe or less than. And it's Spirit, universe is working collectively with all of this, and there's this earth world energy across the board with so many souls who are in this earth world who are not getting it, and who are being difficult and are having so many issues on top of issues. All right, and many of us, we want to go there, we want to help, we want to be part of it. And remember, all right, sometimes it is better to just bring it to source and understand that sometimes you just gotta let people figure it out, get in that shitty space. Sometimes that's the best medicine for them, and you didn't create it. You always bring it to source from love, so you do the right thing from love for you. If love guides you to address it with them, you do. But right now, across the board with this Aries energy is a whole collective consciousness of people who are not dealing with their shit. They're getting hit in the head with a 2x4 over and over and over, and you gotta just sometimes let it go and let it happen. And to know if that's the right thing to do, always bring it to source so that you feel good about the space you're in with love. It is not your job to save these people. It is their job to get their shit together with love within themselves so they can be the healthiest them they can be. And sometimes the only way they can do that is by being forced with this energy from the year and this Aries do energy that is forcing them to do. So what's going to happen is going to naturally in collective consciousness earth world resolve itself. Okay, a lot of this stuff will automatically resolve itself, and it may not be in a positive, what you would consider a positive healthy way, but remember, it is always in the best way for whoever is calling in healing for their souls, that clearing for their souls, that being the best them they should be and can be and want to be for their souls. But this stuff that's coming up is stuff that needs to be resolved in them. When it comes to your table, sometimes you don't have to deal with this shit. You take your energy to source and you decide what to do. So a lot of times this year, and this year as well as this particular next quarter, which is April, May, June, okay, into the start of summer solstice. All right. Sometimes in the beginning of this time, especially, you have to just let go and let God and sit back and let it happen as the people will burn their own bridges. All right. Sometimes it is better and best for you to not get involved. Give it to God, let go, let it happen. This energy is naturally forcing you to do that, as well as teaching you to bring everything to source on how to deal with these difficult times, because so many of you and so many people out in the earth world just don't get it. They're just not doing it. And this is the truth. So Spirit wanted me to do this little video here about talking about this Aries energy. This Aries moon energy, what's going on, how to deal with a lot of the stuff that's going on, these traumatic times. You're going to notice just so much on top of, with everybody you know. Things from losing job after job, DWIs, people going to jail, people doing things so far out of your character, you're like, what the fuck? Or out of their character, rather. You're like, what the fuck? It's absolutely nuts. It's like, doo-doo-doo. It's like Twilight Zone, So this is why. But a lot of this is going on because, again, it's forcing the people out of their shit, as well as it is teaching each and every one of us to bring stuff to source. Always, 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 because there is where your answers are with love, which then raises the vibration of the planet for the whole collective consciousness, so it heals us on a soul level as well as the world and all that is. So thank you guys for this great video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to talk more tomorrow about more great stuff, or maybe later tonight. Hopefully so, right? Okay, you guys have a great night. Many blessings and lots of love. Thanks.